Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So what is this thing? Well, this is a free Honda ATV, and normally when somebody gives you something for free, you don't spend a lot of time trying to identify it. But now that I own it and actually have to work on it and come up with some parts, I really do need to identify it so that I can move forward. So, first things first, the engine has 250 cc's, obviously. It's a hand clutch, no electric start. The engine is off of a 250X. That's first of all. Now let's talk about the frame. The frame does have a serial number on it, which is good. And if you're out buying these things and you don't have a serial number, you should start getting nervous. When I first looked at it, I misidentified. I thought the X was the 10th digit. I was wrong. It turns out the 10th digit is an H. That makes this a 1987. How do I know that? The 10th digit identifies the year. And if you go to this little handy dandy chart that I have posted, if you look up H, you will get 1987. While we're also looking at this chart, let's zoom down to T. You can see a T is 1996. Why do I mention that? I mentioned the T for two reasons. Underneath all this junk is a 300EX. And I want you to notice two different things about the serial number, or the VIN number. First of all, take note of the location of the VIN number. It's on a flat plate up high. And secondly, hopefully I can show this to you. If you look at the 10th digit, you could see that it's a T. Once again, take note that it is on a plate up high up here. On this guy here, the serial number is down low, right? It's not up here. And it's on a pipe. They kind of welded it to a pipe. I know that this frame is off of a 250X, and it's interesting, just happens to be a 1987 also. This frame was raced. There was a team out of Orange County, maybe they were out of Ulster County. They were kind of right on the border there, right? And you could see they kind of added weld to, this is where the front suspension, the top of the shock goes into, and you'd put a lot of stress right here. So they added extra welding, and they added these gussets to strengthen it up a little bit, right? The last thing you want is your frame to fail, for something to snap off right there. This guy here does not have the welded gussets. Once again, that frame was professionally raced, and as a matter of fact, it was kind of retired from racing. I guess if you race things for real, you only keep a frame around for so long, and then you kind of push it over the side. I don't think this thing was professionally raced, or if it was raced, it was track raced, and you could kind of figure that out. Because a lot of times, particularly for the track racing, they really want those sidebars on there. They do that so that, you know, if you're passing somebody, you don't want to get tangled up, right? You don't want somebody's front wheel to come in where your foot is by the peg and, you know, bother your leg and chew up. And also, if somebody gets their tire in there, there's a good possibility as the tires mess with each other that, you know, you flip the all-terrain vehicle over. So they want those bars to keep everybody apart. They don't want people clanging into each other. Though somebody did put some heavy money into this thing, right? Looks like they upgraded the shocks. Looks like they upgraded the front hub assembly, the spindles, so to speak, right? That all looks new. The front brakes look new, right? The shifter looks new. The foot pegs look new, right? We talked about, they put the, you know, the DG stuff on the front and back. If I had to guess, those bars are DG also. DG Alloyed Series. And then went with the White Brothers exhaust. So there was money put into this thing. Look at that. You gotta love what you find. Generally speaking, or actually, other than the seat, the SAE stuff I found holding the seat down, I really haven't found any amateur hacking on this. They did put, and some of you guys commented on it, the flat slide Mikuni. I guess that's known as a racing carburetor. You guys teach me a lot of stuff, and I appreciate that. So somebody did put the time in. It is complete. It's very, very hard to find, or the brake system is all there. It appears as if it needs some love and attention, but it's very, very hard to find a back brake on a 300EX or a 250X. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking more and more the X on the 300EX and the 250X, no E, no electric start. I'm beginning to think, the thoughts always were with them that they were going to be more of the sport performance ride. Also for the, if you're talking three-wheelers, the Honda ATC 250SX, right? That's kind of the sportier of the more performance of the three-wheelers. Though it's got the same engine as a Big Red. And the same engine as a TRX 250, no X, and same rear end and everything else. It's really more or less the same. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for misleading anyone out there. By the way, ATV seat exchange, I think this is the seat off that thing. Though it is crispy, I think it just needs a cover. Right, the plastic looks good. And the foam actually looks pretty good. Right, other than some green stuff growing on it. So I think I can get away with just a seat cover. For anybody in the Binghamton area in the need of a seat, if you take a look on Craigslist, you'll see that ATV Seat Exchange makes really cool seat covers with flames and so forth. For me, I'm a little more economy minded, so yeah, just a straight seat cover would be cool. Yeah, if you happen to be in my area, let me know. If I happen to be up there, I don't go up there often, but once in a while I do head in your direction. I'll drop by and we'll work something out for getting a couple of seat covers. Anyway, I really want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out there and enjoy each and every day. Now that I know what this is, and I think that noise is coming from the compression release, I think something is kind of shucking about. Well, not shucking about. I think something is kind of hanging and tapping. I think I'm ready to go forward on this. Right. We'll do something with the carburetor. I got to dig up a set of tires and, you know, we'll get this thing out for a ride. All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch, comment, subscribe, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Please remember, hit the like or dislike button. The feedback helps me figure out what's working and what's not. Bye now.